So a couple of months ago, I created my own Godot course. And well, I want to show you at least a quick overview on how I was able to create this in case that you are indeed thinking of releasing your own course, if it is worth it, wherever. So well, first of all, I want to show you like the game that I actually teach how to create. It is basically a 2D endless runner. It is quite simple, short. I just wanted to create like a quick test of if I liked creating courses in this kind of platforms, if it was something like that was worth the economic compensation. And well, as you can see, the game is quite simple. The player can move around. There are some vehicles moving towards it. There are coins that the player can collect. And well, these things that you are seeing, okay, it is not that complicated. But well, it is still a project that a beginner and even a more intermediate developer can learn a lot because it is written as clean as possible. We go over how to write clean and efficient code. For example, take a look at the main script. That I made it longer. Okay, this could have been split up in like it could be written differently, but I wanted to write this just in one script to show people how to write good and ordered code. Okay, so I use a lot the official JavaScript style guide to make sure that everything is ordered properly because signals come first, then constants, etc. So well, that basically was the main aim of the course for a beginner, to learn something fast because the course is something like 6 hours long or something like that, and to also be able to write good, clean, efficient code. Okay, that was my aim from the very beginning because I didn't want to create like those courses that may last for 20 hours and they teach like 3-4 different projects, or maybe just one super big game project. Because once again, I wanted to see how much time it can take me to develop one course like that completely my own. And well, it was like that basically. And how I started everything, I basically opened up a new Godot project, and first of all, I had to think of the actual game that I wanted to create. So all of this, I actually organized this in Notion. Okay, as you can see, I have lots of things here besides game development. But well, basically here I have my own letta.corporation tab in which I have, well, for the own YouTube videos and for the courses. Okay, and this is the one of the current course. So I basically started here completely blank, and just I wanted to put up some information, the price that I was expecting to sell it. Of course, all these things then like were changing a lot throughout the creation and throughout the weeks. But well, an approximate length in hours. I first wanted to create it like a 10-12 hour course or even a 20-hour course was my first idea, but then I thought, if then it doesn't work, okay, I would have lost like a lot of time. As you can see from the beginning, I wanted to create something like 3-4 projects. And well, I then have here like some screenshots for from different courses that I took that I thought, okay, yes, these things do look quite interesting. Some project ideas, okay, whatever, with the different assets that I wanted to use, some descriptions of the game that I actually wanted to create. But well, once again, it started as a course that I wanted to be quite long, quite comprehensive. But because of the effort that I needed to do, and because of the fact that I didn't know how much it would be renewable for me, like how much compensation would I have for it, I thought, you know what, let's just create something fast that I can get done in a matter of 1-2 weeks, and then if it performs well or if I feel like it, I can create a longer course. So that was my main idea. So basically then I started to ideate here the different games. This is just one game of the 2 or 3 that I had actually thought of, and the only thing that I did was go in Penny. Okay, this is probably, you already know Penny, but this is one of the biggest free asset websites where all of this you can use it in commercial projects, whatever you want to do with them, it's fine. So well, I started looking at here, and said, okay, yes, maybe I do need these things for a 2D game or whatever. So, and I basically write down here what I need. For example, here, this one was for the decorations, because here we had like tons of decorations. Okay. So well, basically, or even from free sound to get some music. And then here, this was a second game idea that I got, but well, unfortunately, I did not create it for that course. And then I have here, like, this is the biggest section. that is actually called sections, with the different course sections. Okay, initially the course only had like 3 sections, with the main one that was jump all, that was quite big, but then I ended up like splitting up much better. Okay, uh, to just separate everything into nice and short sections. Okay, I thought it was much better. Also, it was what other people were doing. And basically, of course, it is quite complicated to plan a course in advance. But the thing that was most important for me, and was actually what helped me create the course quite rapidly, was, okay, first of all, creating the game on my own, making sure the code was as clean as possible, all that. And as I was coding it, I was at least writing here like what I coded first. Maybe I started with the player, then I coded, I know, the other scenes, then I added the script to the player, I don't know. So I was just writing like the random thing, well, not random, but the different things that I was doing, so that I did have like at least a like the structure that I could record the lessons in. And then of course you can add more lessons in the middle, you can delete these lessons, but at least you have a plan. Because if you create a whole game and then you know from where to start to teach it, it is quite complicated. But if on the other hand you create the game on the engine, and as you create it, you start, okay, I firstly create the player, then I added the background, then the foreground, then the collisions. Okay, it is much more organized, and this actually helped me save lots of time. And then also some of these lessons had some slides, so I basically painted these lessons depending on if the slides were done, or well, if I needed to create some slides or in red or brown or orange or whatever, if they were done actually. So well, basically like that. And also if I needed to put some kind of link or whatever, I would put it over here to make sure that I added to the course resources, as well as, I know, some example code here that I wanted to show or something like that is already there. So basically I record all the lessons, I upload it to a platform, I check that everything is fine, I create the corresponding title and whatever I need, and when the course was live, I think I took something like 2 weeks to create this course. It was my first course that I did on my own, but I believe that right now if I do the same thing in 1 week, I could create it. And of course I wasn't doing this full time, because in full time, in a matter of 3-4 days max, you could create this, but I don't believe there are many people doing this full time. It would be a dream, to be honest. But well, as you can see, the course didn't go bad at all for the effort that I put in. It currently has 14 students. I am gaining something like 7 students monthly, so it's not that bad considering the course that is quite short. And also wanted to put it much cheaper, because I think it is quite expensive for what the course is, because for this same price you can find courses that are much more comprehensive, or something like 20 30 hours long. But well, in Udemy you don't control the prices of your courses, they are controlled by the platform, so there's nothing I can do, unfortunately, besides offering coupon codes on the links in the description, for example, that the coupon code will give you the course for something like $11, $12, $10, something like that. I don't remember, because well, I think that is actually what the course is worth, something like $10, $11. So what did I learn from all this? That it is better to create something much bigger, much more comprehensive, of something like from at least 10 to 20 hours, because if not, it's quite complicated that people will actually buy your course, okay, because of the price mainly. But well, if you want to try out this course, once again, use the link that I'm going to be leaving you in the description down below, because it will give you a huge discount. And well, for just something like 10 hours, for something like $10, you're going to be able to start off in this amazing course. And by the way, I am actually creating a new course in Unity this time, because I want to try out like if even there are more people willing to buy Unity courses. And as you can see, it's a much more comprehensive project. This is with, I know, different weapons, different enemies, game juice all everywhere, lighting, tile maps, lots of collisions, and like lots of things, much more complex than the 2D Endless Runner game. I plan this to be a 10-ish hour course that I believe would have much more potential to not go viral, but to attract more students. and even more because it is of Unity, so the community is larger. Also, it is a community that is not like open source, so maybe they are more willing to buy courses. So well, this is also a course that I'm recording and probably will be available within the next weeks. And well, the way in which I'm organizing this second course is also quite similar, okay? I just have this one over here. In this case, well, the project, I just briefly grab the assets over here, some ideas, and then I went ahead and started recording the different lessons. Okay, right now I'm here in environments. I have just finished it. And well, I am just trying to create things, as you can see, as best section as I can, okay? And well, we will see what happens, okay? If anything comes up, if any considerable updates comes up, I will be posting it over here, so make sure you're subscribed.